As the 2027 general election approaches, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has called on the National Assembly to urgently consider and pass pending electoral reform proposals. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu made the appeal while receiving a delegation from the European Union led by the head of the EU follow-up mission and member of the European Parliament, Barry Andrews, at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. Professor Yakubu expressed concern over the continued uncertainty surrounding the legal framework governing elections, warning that such ambiguity could undermine INEC's ability to effectively prepare for the polls.
The Commission has interfaced with our National Assembly, including a retreat with the Joint Committee on Electoral Matters, the Senate and the House committees, way back in April in Lagos. On this note, I would like to appeal to the National Assembly for an expeditious consideration of the electoral reform proposal. An early passage of the law is critical to our planning for elections. Uncertainty over the legal framework for the election can unsettle the work of the Commission as election draws nearer.
The INEC Chairman further disclosed that the Commission has taken administrative steps within its jurisdiction and has submitted 142 proposals for reform to the National Assembly.
I must add that your recommendations, along with similar reports from other national and international election observers, were the subject of wide-ranging consultations with critical institutions and stakeholders during our own review of the 2023 general election. The review report contains 142 recommendations for electoral reform. In addition, the Commission has published our main 2023 general election report over a year ago.
In his remarks, the EU delegation leader, Barry Andrews, commended INEC for its ongoing cooperation and effort at electoral reform, but expressed concern over the slow pace of reforms in the judiciary, administration, and constitutional processes.
We recognize that there are certain time constraints, both in terms of judicial reform as well as administrative reform, and of course constitutional reform, which is somewhat more difficult.
The EU team, which includes EU Ambassador to Nigeria, Getia Mignot, and a panel of election experts in the country for a week-long mission to assess the implementation of electoral reform recommendations following previous EU observer missions. CNN News.